Hello, my name is Jeff and welcome to Flat Ass Reviews. Let's look at a pretty cool budget mouse today called the Redragon M719 Invader. And go. Number one, it comes in a motherfucking Tupperware container. See, watch. Oh. Instruction booklet you probably won't need. Plastic cover. Stupid ass fucking advertisement. Here's a mouse. Let's plug it in. Some of you might notice that it looks almost exactly like the Logitech G Pro. More on that later. Spec wise, we have a Pixart 3325 sensor. The left and right clicks are Omron 10 million certified switches. Nothing special but an industry standard. Button wise, it comes with a middle mouse click, a forward and backward buttons on the side. Comes with a DPI switch and a lighting mode switch, as well as a profile switcher on the bottom. It also comes with a rapid fire button that is far out of reach of the fucking thumb. Kinda stupid. Unless you happen to have a particularly long wingspan, in which case, fuck me for having dwarf thumbs. Just hang on a minute while I go eat out Snow White. Body-wise, it's pretty much entirely composed of ABS plastic, with a softer material on the top that's a lot finer, and rougher stuff all around the edges. Two side grips on the left and the right are not rubberized. They are not stickers. They will not come off. They are part of the plastic body. The only glossy plastic on this entire mouse is in the middle where all the middle buttons are housed. Overall size and shape-wise, it is an ambidextrous symmetrical mouse, which means you can use it left or right-handed. It is pretty much exactly like the G203 or the G Logitech Pro, uncannily so. I am more or less a palm gripper and I find this very comfortable, but of course your results may vary. Here is the cable for your viewing pleasure. It is braided. It is soft and finely braided. I do not think it will catch on things, but some people do not like braided cables, so fuck you. Have I mentioned how stupidly positioned this fire button is? The feet kind of make a fucking happy face. Two small feet on the top, one solid piece on the back. Good compromise between the 2 and 4 feet camps that argue fiercely on the internet about which is better. Here is what the left and the right clicks sound like. The clicks are exactly as you would expect Omron switches to feel. Here's what the middle click sounds like. Here's what the middle scroll sounds like. Scroll wheel is definitely on the smoother side, but still very tactile. Scroll wheel is adequately indented and rubberized for extra grippiness. Obviously, it has a very good Pixart sensor, but what about friction? Feels good to me. Comes with a Velcro tie-off, by the way, just in case you were curious. Overall, feels pretty fucking good, man. Have I mentioned how fucking stupid this button is? There are 5 lighting modes available. They are breathing, which I'm sure you're fully aware of. Color cycling, which is known as rainbow on the software. It has fully solid lighted. Wave lighting, which looks like this. It's basically color cycling from back to front. It has flash, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous and makes you think the mouse is kind of broken, or you can just shut the shit off altogether. As for the lighting quality, there is a rim around the edge, just like the G203 and G Logitech Pro. The logo is lit. Also, some light happens to bleed between the scroll wheel and the body. Red, blue, or green will show up very well on this mouse, but any color in between that uses a conjunction of 2 or more of the LEDs in the RGB array will show up fucking weird if my product sample is any indication. This is because there are 2 red LED hotspots right at the side. This is purple. I know it doesn't show up well on my camera, but there is a pink hotspot right here where the red LED is clearly overpowering the other 2, or other 1 in this case. Kind of annoying, but for $20, what do you expect? Now let's take a look at the software. On the general page, you can change what all the buttons do. You can change the acceleration, the pointer speed, the scroll speed, the double click speed, and the polling rate. And you can also switch between profiles. On the DPI page, you can set up to 5 preset DPI settings that can be changed with the DPI switch on the mouse. Interestingly enough, unlike some of their other mouse, this is not biaxial DPI changing, so if you want your X to be different from your Y, no can fucking do on this model. Next, we have the lighting tab, which is pretty self-explanatory. One criticism of the lighting controls on this software is that they only really give you 7 colors to play with, being red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purpley, and magenta-y. And you can choose different gradients within those colors, but you can't choose colors distinctly in between. So this is a legitimate Ruth Ginsburg Bader mouse, but it does not have 16.8 million colors of Ruth Ginsburg Bader. Also, you can save and store profiles that are kept in onboard memory, and you can export those to your desktop just in case you want to load them onto a different mouse later. Anyhow, price of this little thing, $20 Canadian. So I'm assuming for you Americans, you could probably get it for about 15 bucks on Amazon. And it has Prime shipping. There was a time when I called the Thermaltake Talon my budget mouse of choice, but for $5 less than what that one retails for on Amazon, this is the new king. It has unbelievably well-spec'd hardware, a perfectly comfortable, satisfying, universally accepted body, and although it doesn't feel as premium as the aforementioned Logitech G Pro, damn near $100 by the way here in Canada, this is a perfectly reasonable substitute that gives you almost everything that mouse gives you, minus some better software and a slightly better, more expensive feeling plastic body. Despite this, it does not feel nearly as cheap as it looks. It is smooth, it is sexy, it is black, and it is very colorful, which is about as close as you can get with a mouse to Dennis Rodman's dick. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm sorry for yelling. Fuck off.